We're live? Hello. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Monday. Missed you guys last week, but
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. And we are going to talk all about our newest product launch, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
for sure.
our Tallow Balm.
Tallow Balm.
Hopefully, many of you have gotten the opportunity to try it already. But yeah, so if you guys don't already follow us, please do on social media as well as our YouTube. Like, comment, share things. It helps us, but it also helps you. We like to provide the feedback and the education. So bring the questions.
For sure.
And speaking of questions, if there are questions today regarding our Tallow Balm, just make sure you type them in and we'll address them at the end.
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So our skin, guys, our skin is our largest organ. And sometimes, especially for some reason, especially for men, it's neglected until maybe later on in life. I know females do a much better job of focusing on trying to take care of their skin, but we also run into the problem of we're constantly adding toxins to our skin because they are in many skincare products. So Tallow Balm is a wonderful thing. It's a rich, I don't know what to call it. It's a rich skincare product.
It is.
It has so many uses. So I can't just say skincare. We'll go over all the uses of it because it's more than just for skin.
And it's funny because it's trending so much on the oral side, right? Like you hear the trend of, let's get away from the rancid seed oils that are used in cooking oils. And we're talking about like substituting with tallow oil, which is a great alternative. And we'll talk a little bit about the difference, and it is but the seed oil thing. But we're talking about skincare today. Now, while you could probably ingest this and be fine, it's not designed for ingestion at all.
Right.
This is a topical transdermal product.
Right. But I mean, I do recommend buying tallow from your neighborhood farmer
for cooking.
And cook with it.
Absolutely.
So yes, I always have a big tub in my refrigerator.
Yeah.
And just, we can talk about now too, like the melting point, because
Sure.
If you've ever used coconut oil, you'll know that if it gets warmer, it's more of like a liquid oil.
Mm-hmm.
And as it gets cooler, it solidifies.
It hardens. Yep. Solidifies. Yep.
Same thing with tallow, which is also why I keep my tallow in my refrigerator. And sometimes in ghee. I don't know if you've used ghee, clarified butter, same thing. In the refrigerator, hard. When it's not, it can get liquidy. So we do recommend keeping this in the fridge if you're in a warmer environment. I know we are here in Florida. And sometimes our house does get warm because we can't crank the air all the time. So yeah, it helps. Yeah.
Somewhere between 85 and 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes. And you'll notice too on our website for the Tallow Balm, if you scroll under the Learn More section, for a pro tip, we have information on, the melting point. So it's great for a reference. But all right, well, let's talk about this amazing Tallow Balm.
Let's do it.
I might as well open it up so we can
show
start
us what
working
it
with it.
Now,
too.
is this one that came out of the fridge, or is that?
This was in the fridge just for
a few
maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
But as you see, it's more like a moisture. But again, if I left it outside, it would be liquid.
Yeah, it would liquefy.
It would be liquid, yeah. So one of the best things about it is a little goes a long way because of, it's rich and it's an oil. But yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm all for it. Look, I mean, I like it because I've been adopting a new skincare regimen. And I'll use it on the face. I'll even put it in my hair. And there's a lot of good benefits to all that. I think it's awesome.
So I'm going to go through.
A little does go a long way.
A little does go a very long way. So keep that in mind because you don't need to use a lot of this. It's great. It can last a long time. You put some on your hands, rub it all over your arms, legs, hair. Deep moisturizing. Tallow is super rich in fatty acids, similar to those in human skin.
Well, rich in nutrients and phytonutrients and things, and fat soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K.
Yes.
It's actually kind of on the low end of the polyunsaturated fatty acids. That's the difference. One of the main differentiators between that and like a safflower, sunflower, true seed oil.
Right.
So that low PUFA concentration is what keeps the rancidity and the oxidation low. So things that are high in the polyunsaturated fatty acids oxidize easily. And that's a big problem with the seed oils that we hear all this talk about. So I'm so sorry. I'm talking about jojoba oil.
I was going to say.
Well, I'm talking about jojoba, not even talking about tallow.
Okay, yes.
I went off on a tangent. Sorry.
We'll get there about some of the other ingredients added into our tallow.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
But tallow is rich in fatty acids, also rich in, like Ryan said, the fat soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K.
Yep.
Excellent moisturizer for like repairing super dry skin, cracked, irritated. Sometimes when your hands get dry, you get cracked knuckles. I mean, I like it for cuticle use, but again, it's what the most amazing thing about it is it can go anywhere and everywhere. A great skin barrier support. So it contains essential lipids that strengthen the skin barrier, helping to prevent, again, protect against environmental damage.
Skin integrity is everything.
Yes.
It's an immune system in itself. It's a physical barrier, to the onslaught of things that we get exposed to. So absolutely keeping your skin integrity intact is huge. I mean, we talk a lot about like leaky gut and the gut membrane.
Sure.
Skin membrane matters equally as much.
Right.
Very, very important.
Again, I mean, largest organ, and
we got to nourish it.
It's ignored a lot.
We ignore it a lot and we abuse it.
Right. That is true.
Yeah.
It's non-comedogenic. So despite being a fat, it resembles closer to human sebum. So it easily absorbs without clogging our pores. So it's suitable for most skin types. Obviously everybody's skin is different, but it is suitable for most skin types. It's great as soothing sensitive skin. We were just talking about some uses for babies.
Oh yeah, I wish I had. We were using coconut oil.
We were using coconut oil, but if you've used coconut oil, it is very oily,
very greasy.
And so I mean, I remember I used to rub it all over my girls, but then anything they touch is greasy, and it's so it's a little messier. All good stuff, but so I do wish I wish Tallow Balm was a thing when we were raising our kids. So also great for eczema, psoriasis, and like we said, sensitive skin.
Of course.
Anti-aging properties, which we all love. Helps reduce fine lines, wrinkles, can help boost collagen production.
Sure.
Keeps the skin just like subtle and
nourishing.
Yeah, it's very nourishing.
Right.
Another major benefit, like we just talked about at the beginning, is all natural and chemical free.
That's huge.
It is, so hard to get that with skincare. It's almost like you can't trust anything that you see.
You cannot.
You can't.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if any of you have, I guess, middle school to, maybe high school females.
Oh my gosh, the skincare.
But the skincare is out of control, and things went wild on TikTok about these skincare routines. And
unbelievable.
These kids are starting this whole thing so young. So it's really important, especially because we know there's a lot of those endocrine disruptors in skincare that we need to help educate our children to help them understand. There are great, amazing, beneficial skincare products that are also chemical free.
Absolutely.
So yeah, very important. So like we said, okay, let's talk about uses.
Did we not?
We have a few, but we were talking about benefits, but let's just go through all of the uses. Obviously, daily moisturizer.
Okay.
Could be all over the skin. And then remember, a small amount.
You
do not need a lot.
You saw how much I did, and I was able to cover my face, my hair, my arms, my hands.
Yes, you do not need a lot, nor do you want a lot, right? You don't want it to, you don't want to feel the oiliness. It could be used for massages.
Okay.
Right?
Massage therapy.
Great thing. A lot of masseuses do use coconut oil. I know that ours does, and it's funny because our dogs love it because they love coconut oil. But Tallow Balm, just as beneficial. Face cream, tiny amount. We said that. I like it personally more for a night cream. And I like it as a stack over our skincare products, right? So we do have our line of 4. This is number 5. But I use this as a rich nighttime moisturizer because it is a little thicker and richer. Lip balm.
Yes.
So important. I mean, the greatest thing is like the many uses in this one little thing, and you don't have to worry about it. We talked about healing skin issues, hands and feet. Feet tend to get typically dry, and we do neglect them when we're putting lotion all over our body. So I really like it also on my feet at night, right? It's nice and rich. You're not having to walk around feeling like you're going to slip and slide, and it's really great, rich and hydrating. It can be used as a makeup remover, just as coconut oil can, but just put, again, a little bit on, rub it all over, and use a cloth, wipe off your makeup. We said baby skincare, after sun care, which is huge.
Which is what I'm dealing with right now. My bridge of my nose, my lips.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Lots of sun.
Spring break.
So yeah, after sun care, and also hair, as Dr. Reiner just said.
I love it for that.
For females, I think men can use it anytime. For females, I like to use it personally as a mask in my hair. So it's also something I would use, at night. But if you do have thicker, coarser hair, you can use a little bit, and it can be use as your hair cream, which
Sure.
is just amazing. Super hydrating. Yeah, I mean, let's talk about what else is in our tallow balm, how we made it.
Okay.
It's not just tallow, where our tallow comes from.
Sure. So let me just talk about the tallow real quick, since I was confusing the two things earlier. So tallow, the source matters. So if you notice, this is a grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised source of tallow, and the actual fat used is the suet. I believe that's how you pronounce it, S-U-E-T, suet. And that just means it's the healthier fat around the kidney. So it's not going to just be typically around the kidney. So it's some of the fat surrounding the organ. It's not going to be things from tail or other or the remnants of the animal. That's actually a big thing in the quality spectrum for your tallow. So definitely we source the highest quality, and that's important. Of course it's important. We also use some other oils in this product. We used 2 USDA certified organic products. The organic jojoba, is that how you pronounce it?
Jojoba.
According to Google.
But it's J-O-J.
The J-O-J-O-B-A.
Yeah.
Jojoba.
So I used to always just call it jojoba oil.
So sorry for butchering that for those of you out there, and maybe you can help us correct it. But we did use Google speech to tell us how to say it on the way here. But we like jojoba oil, and that was one of the things I was talking about earlier when I confused the two. Is it is from a seed, but it's not. It's different from your typical seed oils that you're hearing bad things about, right? The cool thing about jojoba, it's a seed oil, but it's cold pressed, right? It's not done under the they call it RBD, so refined, bleached, and deodorized. That's what you typically get. That RBD is your safflower and your sunflower oil,
right.
Whereas jojoba is a cold press and it's USDA certified organic. Big differences. And then, as I was saying earlier, jojoba has that low PUFA concentration of max 3%, which means it's not subject to oxidation, not as much oxidation, right? And that's the problem with these seed oils. When you see them in fryers and they're reused in a high heat and exposed, they become rancid and oxidized. And those are pro-inflammatory compounds. That's the problem. Not an issue with jojoba. So very, very good for skincare. And it's got excellent benefits for skincare alone. As a matter of fact, it's often used, right, as a carrier oil for essential oils. And when we talk about our essential oils, we talk about being pure therapeutic grade. One of the things you can do is to dilute them with jojoba oil.
Right. So if anybody of you have emailed me already about our essential oils, I always recommend using jojoba oil as a carrier oil.
And so that actually, you can also, since this is fragrance free, phthalate free, paraben free. I mean, it's clean, guys. It is literally just these 3 ingredients. It's the tallow, the jojoba, and the cocoa seed butter. So, but if you want a fragrance, you can use our essential oils or your essential oils and add just a little bit to it. Now, I have not done that personally myself, but it's obviously very easy to do. One of the things we tell you about how to use this product anyway is, since it is a solid, it should be a solid at room temperature if it's under 85 degrees in your room, in your house. But you put some in and you kind of melt it in your hand. You kind of create this oily, melt it, and then you apply it. Easy to put a drop, right, of essential oil on.
Yes. So I'm for my skin, I'm a big one on using frankincense.
So frankincense, when in doubt.
You can also, lavender oil goes really well because it has that soothing.
Sure.
So especially say you're going to use
late at night. Oh,
yeah.
Come on. I'll start doing that tonight.
Put a little bit of this in your fingers, a drop or 2 of each of the essential oils, rub it all around.
So now you know the jojoba is not your rancid seed oil, right? It's got tons and tons of awesome benefits in itself for skincare, by itself even. So having that in here is great. And then, of course, we have the organic cacao seed butter, cocoa seed butter. You guys are probably all familiar with that too. Yeah. So again, these are all in that low melting point. I mean, the jojoba is an oil, so that's part of the thing here. We're talking about the texture. So refrigeration can help if you want more of a solid to it. But so really great ingredients. That is literally all that's in there. And believe it or not, that's not easy to do. If you look at other brands, there's other stuff in their product and you just kind of question why. It's not necessary.
Right. Try to keep it as basic, but with all
high quality, simple,
ingredients.
Clean, beneficial ingredients. Nothing that's in there is toxic. Very well tolerated. I think overall people are reporting great results, and people have been using tallow for a long time for skincare. So it's like one of these ancestral things that we're just now kind of adopting.
Right.
into our routines.
Right. I actually saw a question on there. Someone was asking, can it be used on horse hooves? And I would think it'd be amazing for it.
I think so too.
We've always used coconut oil on our pets, on our dogs, if they have an irritation. But with the coconut oil, they love the taste of it, so they'll continue to lick where you're trying to heal. So it's a great addition.
And just so you guys know, this is a 2-ounce jar, but the net weight is somewhere around 1.5, 1.6 ounces. Guys, the 2-ounce jar is based on filled with water. This is whipped. So when you whip something, it becomes kind of lighter than its liquid mass. So
should last a long time.
It does last a long time, though. I mean, when you get this and you start using it for the first time, literally just a tip of my finger, like pea size, covered my arms, my face, my hair, my hands. So it really does. It has a lot of coverage, guys, and it's a great product. So I highly recommend you adopt it into your daily routine.
Yes. And again, if you haven't tried it, make sure you get it, guys. It's member price. Our member price is $12.95. That's insane.
Oh yeah,
$12.95. And remember, if you're new and joining, welcome.
Yep.
But our membership is $9.95 a month, and that gets you access to our member prices. So if you're planning on buying more than one product a month, which if you see our product line, you're definitely going to, because there's many products that we all need to be taking every single day. So you're saving there. So it ends up, it helps you.
Oh, here's Jenny. She says she likes to add frankincense and lavender.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect.
Our retail price, though, if you're not a member, no pressure, no need to be a member. Again, it does save you, but our retail price is still $16.95. Another price that's hard to beat. This stuff is it's a great tool in your toolbox of healthcare, skincare.
For sure.
Yeah. Kids
absolutely
can use it, which is always nice and beneficial.
Yeah, and it's easy, simple, and that's kind of what I've been saying about the other skincare products. I think it's so easy. Now that I've adopted this toner, then the serum and the moisturizer,
right?
I'm doing it morning and evening, twice a day, and it's a breeze. And I actually really look forward to it, and I really enjoy it.
Yes, and you don't need these
nothing fancy
products
guys
that are costing you
like the kids in the Sephora and like crazy stuff they're buying. Too bad.
Yeah.
Too bad. Bring it back to basics.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah. No, a lot of comments. Yeah, it was awesome. A lot of good comments.
I know some people said they've been using it. They never used it before, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yes, I do hope you guys add it to your next order. And make sure, again, if you need to know more about the melting point, go check out under the Learn More section on our website under Tallow Balm. You'll see a pro tip, and there's a graphic made that helps you understand the melting point. But preferably, I like to keep it in the fridge. And what's funny? This is another thing with kids. And they each have these little mini fridges in their bathroom.
Oh boy,
that they like to keep their skincare product in.
Yeah. Hey,
to each their own.
Right.
I mean, it's a great idea, because then it's all right there. But it does, it is nice too, keeping all skincare cool. It just feels good as well.
Yeah. And look, I mean, if you receive the product and just prior to opening, maybe you want to put it in the refrigerator just for 5, 10, 15 minutes, just to let it kind of get a little harder.
Yeah.
Because it can liquefy. So
and temperatures are getting warmer.
That's
for sure. But again, make sure you guys follow us, like us, subscribe to our channel, leave your comments, ask us questions. And we are always here every Monday at noon to bring some product or health-related information to you. I knew this one was going to be short and sweet, because there shouldn't be a lot of questions. It is very self-explanatory.
It really is.
Yeah. So make sure you get yours and add it to your toolbox of supplements.
Totally. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye now. See ya.